We therefore ask you to refrain from any disruptive behavior such as fighting, throwing objects, using improper language or gestures, entering the court or interrupting play. Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations to these rules to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff member.
A reminder that you can still purchase tickets for any upcoming Hawks games.
And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards. Then on Friday, they'll be matching up against a And one thing to note, MP has vocalized his desire to be the top rookie in this class. He wants to outdo his peers every time he's on the floor.
And I love that MP is walking into this league with his sights set high. But guess what? He's got his work cut out for him. When you look at the names in this rookie class, now we get to enjoy watching him chase his dreams here in the NBA. Good luck to MP on the journey.
And if you talk to guys who know MP, who grew up with him, they'll all say that he lets his game do the talking.
And he's got a very business-like approach to himself when he's on the floor. MP can dish it back if you come at him. But for the most part, he's letting his numbers speak for themselves.
Taking a look at the Wizards. Kispert is out there with Holmes. Then it's Lewis. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Brogdon in at the 2 spot.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
LeVert with the wide open look from outside off the mark. Wizards trail by 5. Middleton the pass to Lewis. In the corner, Holmes with it. Nice ball movement by Washington. Lewis left side. Back to Middleton. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Johnson. And Middleton, the basket on the assist by Lewis.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Atlanta.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Karis LeVert is out there with Risa Shea. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then there's George Niang. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. Time now to head over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks, Kevin. As you know, there's still a lot of season ahead, but we've got a couple of opposing rookies in this one. When I asked about tonight's matchup against a fellow rookie, MP told me he's made it a goal to prove that he's the best player in this class. He's got a lot of confidence, Kevin.
A ton of confidence, David, and that's something you got to have in this NBA. And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree. Lewis misses. The Hawks leading by 3. Here's Risa Shea. Game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. Back to LeVert. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And that one's good, Brogdon. Hey, Shams, I know you're connected throughout the NBA into a lot of front offices, but have you ever thought about maybe shifting gears a little bit and working for a team?
There is always intrigue into something like that, Kevin, but I've seen how tough the environment can be, and honestly, it is really much more fun to be talking to you on this side of the media world and the media equation of the NBA. But listen, there's always intrigue with the front office.
And a lot of opportunities. I know you're looked at, but thank you for your honesty in that one. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Man passes to LeVert. Here's Riesenshay. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Down low. Here's George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Now LeVert. He's got 10 to end the run. Atlanta again missing.
Well, so far, he hasn't had the same luck from deep in this quarter.
And things can get so intense when NBA rumors start flying, Shams. You know that. The teams are just kind of holding on sometimes for dear life. What is it like when you break a major NBA story like you've done numerous times? And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hawks ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the half court.
Too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
I think for Atlanta, they finally got it. Anyone can win on any night. That said, once they've adjusted, watch out. Lots of firepower on this roster.
And focusing back in on the Hawks, they're in a tight one.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got...
And that about wraps it up.
Second half of basketball. Checked in for Jordan Poole.
Lewis.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. So on the floor for Washington. Koulibaly is out there with Lewis. Then it's Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Champagnie in at the 4 spot. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. 3-point lead. Now here's Okongwu. 6 points for him. Here is Daniels. Lewis covering. Yep, it counts. Daniels has got 6.
Well, Daniels has good length, so this close in, he can use that to his advantage.
Lewis on top, defended by Young. Nice ball movement by Washington. Lewis against Young. Lewis misses. Atlanta leading by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Champagnie, and he makes good on the layup. Champagnie's got 4 this quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Young looking it over. Pass to Johnson. Lets it go from deep, and it's Young. And time on the assist by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, Trae Young is a tremendous outside shooter with almost limitless range.
Justin Champagnie.
1:49 left here in the third quarter. Lewis against Young. Puts up a deep three. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lewis gets the bucket.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Atlanta's gotten 1 of 6 3-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Young pass to Johnson. From the arc. Another miss by Young. Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Pass to Lewis. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Lewis has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Okongwu. Mann comes in for Rizachet. Matthews, he's checked in for Dyson Daniels. And it's LeVert in for Trae Young. LeVert against Lewis. From 10 feet out. And it's LeVert missing.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Lewis with the 3. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And now a 4-point Wizards lead.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's LeVert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Lewis with the 3. Rebound by the Hawks. Three-pointer, LeVert. No good on that one. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Wizards lead by... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. We've got LeVert, Niang out there with Clint Capella. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. And here's LeVert. 6 to shoot. For 3. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Wasted no time on that one.
3 points.
Now that's 17 points for Money.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Wizards leading by 5. Outside, George. Brogdon with it. Lewis outside. For the 3. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Krejci, that's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Sarr's shot is off. The Hawks trail by 3. Daniels dishes to Johnson. It's Young on the wing. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got 21 in the game.
Well, that brings his total to 5 makes from beyond the arc for the game. Feeling some confidence from Ray.
Here's Champagnie. And the layup's good off the glass.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Young outside to take the lead. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lewis gets the bucket.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, during the last break, I heard Quinn Snyder talking with his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Wizards leading by 5. Shoots from 12. Rebound by the Hawks. Johnson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Young, right side. Rebound, Washington. Here's Middleton. Pass to Lewis. Sarr with it. The Wizards working the ball around now. Lewis misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Young outside. And that's a foul called on Money. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Here's Young. Pass to Daniel. The Hawks again can't hit.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. You've got to have better shot selection.
Now Middleton. Lewis passes to Sarr. Pulls up. He claims that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Lewis has got the lead up to 7 now for Washington. Young against Lewis. The steal. There's the triple. Good on the triple. And the Wizards lead by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Wizards.
They really had it going, guys. Their offense propelled them.
In this case, it was the higher shooting percentage that made the difference and earned them the W.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
Outside Lewis. Here's Sarr. Up and in from the low block.
And when you ask the coaches about Sarr, they rave about his motor. Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. The score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Lewis with the 3. Traps in the tray. And now it's a 12-point Wizards lead.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Yeah, there was definitely some contact there on the 3-point attempt.
Team second. At the line.
The free throw drops for Rizachet. He makes the second free throw, and that brings them to within 10. And no good on the 3rd free throw. So he ends up going 2 of 3. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show on MP's an elite shooter already. To come into the league and knock down threes like that, I'm impressed.
Time to warm up. Get ready to rock. Ain't ready, MP. The other team's already worried about stopping you, MP.
And there is a very engaging atmosphere of fans getting ramped up outside the arena. Hi, everybody. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce, and a chance to see the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You take a look at the Cavaliers. They're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
Seeing where the Wizards are, they've had an intriguing start to the season.
Characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
And coming into the season, MP was very open about his motivation. He wants to prove he's the best rookie in the class.
We know full well how much hype there was behind MP coming into this league, and he was bold to suggest in public that he wants to be the best in his rookie class. And so far, MP hasn't let us down one bit. He's been electrifying and living up to his word.
Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Thanks, guys. MP is so excited to be here in the NBA. He's aiming for the top of his rookie class. He told me pregame, growing up in Plainview, I dreamed of playing in this league. So just being here is special. We'll see how he performs. Brian?
Well, Allie, I can't wait to see this kid's career develop.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And if you're a longtime Washington Wizards fan, you have to be pining for the glory days, Doris.
And think how far back those glory days were, the 1970s. Back then they made 4 finals and won 1 championship. But since that point, BA, they haven't even made a conference finals. And yet again, they are in a rebuild. Incredible.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Lewis passes to Champagnie. Pass to Sarr. Here's Lewis. 6 to shoot. The 3 is up. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Young. Here he goes. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. Young's got 7 points in the game.
Nice work inside from Young. Not afraid of trying his luck down there.
Pass to Middleton. Here's Lewis. And the Wizards with another 3.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
The Hawks trailing.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Kispert's checked in for Champagnie. Levert's checked in for the Hawks.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Daniels. Middleton covering.
Chris Middleton. First personal foul.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Washington.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes. They're a little shaky from the line, and instead of putting them in front, he's only able to tie it up.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Got it.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Lewis passes to Kispert. Coulibaly on the wing. He's checked by Levert. And the Wizards with another 3.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Trailing by 4. Pass to Johnson. They get it again. Goes back up. Okongwu. No good with a layup. The Wizards have gone 7 of 9. A solid percentage so far. Kispert, the pass to Lewis. Second shot opportunity. And he lays it up and in.
Just it's easy to say, this guy wanted it more. Creating the second chance opportunity and cashing in.
Levert outside. Here's the 3. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
But you cannot allow Caris LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound. Wizards leading by 3. Now here's Kispert. Here's Lewis. Hits a 3-pointer. Lewis has got 18 points in the game.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Here's Young. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Wizards out in. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game and what we've seen so far from the Wizards, guys.
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
I tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second. Larry Nance is out there with Terrence Mann. Then it's Caris LeVert, then it's Rizachet, and it's Capella in at center. Here's Mann. And it's all from 3-point range. Washington leading by 7. Pass to Lewis. Let's go with a three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Grant.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Drills it from deep.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Hawks trail by 13. Here's LeVert. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. He's got 5.
Boy, that's just about strength right there. Caris LeVert just simply refuses to be denied.
Here's Lewis. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
It's stolen. Pass to Champagnie. Beyond the arc. No good. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Outside man. Misses the 3. Here's Washington now. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Here's Lewis. A deep 3. Brogdon from outside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Brogdon very capable of catch-and-shoot situations. This guy's so efficient.
Here's Rizachet. He's scoreless. Outside man from the arc. The rebound by the Wizards.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling. Even when they've got 2 guys on him, he finds a way to get to space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for 3-pointers in a single game. And Washington will go for a different look here. Sars checked in for Holmes. The Washington Wizards, a sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
In the Eastern Conference, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, certainly deserves all the accolades. When you look at everything he's about, he remains one.
And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Washington Wizards. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Lewis is checked in for Washington. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means, honestly.
Connects again from distance.
And he's now set the team record for most threes in a single game. What a shot he's got.
A lot of it stems from his confidence. Even when he misses, he's sure the next one's going in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
With the game on the line, Ice Trey is dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I've worked too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Pass to Lewis. Takes a 3. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for second in most threes in a game.
Yeah, moving alongside Curry's mark from 2016. That was the top spot until Klay took it.
For Atlanta, they've gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Grant. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their...
And again for 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget.
Yeah, amazing indeed. 14 triples alongside Captain Klay Thompson, that is.
Lets it go from deep. Connects again from distance.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful 3.
It's a new single-game high-water mark for triples.
And Klay Thompson's mark of 14 is finally bested. What a shooting display.
A huge night for MP. Now let's go to center court for his reaction.
Obviously, this isn't something you really prepare for. It's crazy. Setting the record for threes in a game. It takes me back to what it took to get here. All those hours alone in the gym.
A celebratory MP. Glad to have done this here at home.
And no better place.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Outside Young. Johnson for 3. The rebound by the Wizards. Sarr's got his 6th rebound on the night. For Washington, they've gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Lets the 3 fly. And again, Washington with a triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Atlanta's gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Down low. They need this. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First personal foul.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
I think the other thing we're seeing tonight is the floor spacing of this team. Boy, they are shooting the cover off the basketball all game.
Lewis passed this to Brogdon. Can he keep it going? Lewis can't get it to go.
You'd like to see more effective ball movement there.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Lewis can't get it to go. Shot clock and game clock, 1 second differential. And here's LeVert. Give him 8. Pass to Bufkin. 5 to shoot. That 3's off the mark. Here's Lewis. And good! There's another! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
And so it's Washington with an almost surefire victory here, up 32 at the end of the quarter and dominating. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Here's Matthews. And Atlanta looking at who they've got. They've got Larry Nance. He's out there with Terrence Mann. Clint Capella out there with Caris LeVert. And it's Matthews in a shooting guard. Mann misses. And for the Wizards, they're shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. Lewis passes to Kispert. Launches a 3. Oh, connects again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
And Atlanta with possession here. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. And that's a one-game homestand for the club. To the inside. Here's LeVert. And he jams it home with authority.
This is a good scorer who's got size and athleticism. Caris LeVert is not going to struggle to throw it down.
Pass to Brogdon. Here's Lewis. Basket is good on the assist from Brogdon. Brogdon's got his 5th assist in this one.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now here's Nance. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category.
Again! What an avalanche!
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. And the Hawks call time here.
All right, everybody. You know what time it is. A big round of applause for your Wizards Breakers.
And it's a completely new group for the Hawks.
For your Wizards Breakers.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, BA. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
It's rebounded by Washington.
All by himself, trying to step up. He's got to be frustrated with the miss.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
Pass to Daniels. Outside Johnson, looking to end the run. There's Young with the 3. It's hauled in by Carrington. For Washington, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. Here's Brogdon. And that one drops.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
It's another big night for Trae Young. A relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
Here's Lewis. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Johnson. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th now.
2 minutes.
Here's Daniels.
Remaining in the 4th quarter. 2 minutes.
5 on the clock. The 3 from Riza Shea. The shot that time not on target. And here's Washington. They're on a 13-5 run. Fires the 3. Lewis can't get it to go.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the 3-point line.
Pass to Riza Shea. There's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Riza Shea's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Riza Shea's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attack.
Another bucket! Wow!
Never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long time. Count it good.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it. And what a moment it is for him and this fan base. Setting the scoring record for a game, he deserves to soak it all in.
So many great players have donned this jersey, but yet it's his name at the top of the list. .105 left in the 4th quarter here. Oh, the dunk by Okongwu.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Pass to Carrington. Here's Lewis. Another one falls.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Young finds Okongwu. Here's Daniels. It's rebounded by George. Pass to Lewis. Launches it. The rebound by Atlanta. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. There's Young with the three. Unable to get that one. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And he knocks down the first one.
Shooting for Atlanta, Trae Young.
And both free throws good for Young. Here's Lewis. Misses the shot. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. We saw two different teams.
So you just set the record for most three-pointers made in a game. What are you feeling right now?
Thank you for coming out and supporting your team. Please take care and get home safely. We'll see you at the next event.
Listen, there's plenty more where that came from, Savannah. Let's make it a doubleheader. Let's play two.
Now that you've set this record, other defenses are going to want to make sure you don't do the same to them. How do you think they'll respond?
It's a challenge for sure. You know, you just got to keep getting good looks and obviously stay hot all night. Teams, they're going to watch their film and try new things. But you just got to stay one step ahead. You know what I mean?
Yes. All right. Well, thanks so much. Congrats.
Thank you.
See ya.
See you soon.
Bye.
Thanks.
Joe, when you're as hot as you were tonight, does it feel like you're playing a different game from the other 9 guys on the court?
I definitely felt in sync with my teammates, that's for sure, but the defense wasn't escorting me to open spots behind the line either. You know, it's never as easy as it looks from the stands or on TV. Michelle.
Do you care how long your record lasts?
I hope my team and I break it the next time out, and the game after that, and the game after that.
You see this as a team record then?
Oh, 100%. I couldn't do it without my guys. You know, everything exists in that team context. Nobody's out there by themselves, Michelle.
You're the
Thank
best.
you.
MP.
One more question, MP.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
you're building team chemistry to the press.
Man. Oh, here we go. Yo, what you doing here in Plainview, man?
I live here now. And it was either Wolfpack or Dynasty for Club League, and I didn't want to play with you. So I chose Wolfpack.
Yeah, so you want the scouts to see you playing on the losing team and see a star on that, okay.
I'm going to get the scouts to notice me by shooting every chance I get. I mean, if I play with you, you'll be yelling at me to make the extra pass.
That's right, because I want to win.
Okay, that's all you think the scouts care about?
Yeah, the scouts care if you can win, bro.
Okay, then you really are stupid, bro. Let me give you some game, man.
Here we go. All right.
Scouts only care if you got the skills that translate to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Point blank, end of story.
Well, you only prove that by winning.
No, you prove that by...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to our presentation of Illinois Club League Basketball. I'm Joe Lamy, joined by Danny Hogger and Drake Hugo. Some of the future stars of the region look to hone in their skills as we have the Wolfpack hosting the Dynasty.
And to call this a rivalry might be underselling it. This is more of a feud than anything. These clubs really dislike each other.
And the Wolfpack would love to play spoiler in this one, looking to put an end to the Dynasty's 11-game win streak.
Yeah, Joe, and both of these teams have plenty of talent to get it done tonight. The Wolfpack are only 7-4 on the season, but this roster can play with the best of them and can pull out a win against just about anyone.
And how excited are you for this one? This is about as intense a game gets at the club level. These teams genuinely dislike each other.
And let me tell you, nobody, and I mean nobody, was going to deny him after he got that rebound.
Great second effort, and you knew how it would end.
Joe, you're right, but dunk aside, I'm impressed with the work rate he showed on that play. Way to stick with it.
And Drake, you talk about the rivalry between the Wolfpack and Dynasty. They've both had their moments.
They certainly have, and I would expect a very physical game here tonight. That's the bare minimum when these teams play.
Well, you think about what sets MP apart on this Dynasty team. His athleticism you rarely see at the club level.
He's been stunning, Joe. When he's driven, he's physically capable of explosive feats. Speaking of, I'm setting my phone up right here because I think we've got a great angle for some viral content. I don't think there's a person in the building who thought he was going to miss that.
Yeah, he had a wide open look. Wonder if he had maybe a little too much time.
Now here's Stauffer. Pass to James. Here's Timmerman. Luan covering. Outside James. No good from outside. For three. There's his third field goal, and he's now made half of his 6 shot attempts.
Some nice vision on display there from Hawkins.
And Patrick Wells outside. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. The three is up. Sinks the tray.
And you look at the Dynasty, MP has led the charge all season long. He's been a huge factor for them.
Without a doubt, he has rejuvenated the team this season. A standout for the Dynasty as soon as he joined. Now here's Stauffer. Here's Wells. That falls. Nice feed that time from Michael Stauffer.
You'd think he wouldn't venture in there, guys. But look, Wells gets one to go on the inside right here.
Sinks that one from the post.
He's able to find the seam in the defense and just lay it right in.
The Wolfpack trailing here. And it's stolen by Zadirko. Inside, Luan. And it's Timmerman with the board.
I'll bet he can't believe that layup didn't fall.
Pass over to Robinson. Stauffer up top. And the leader of this Wolfpack team, without a doubt, is Patrick Wells, a 3-star recruit who has a chance to play at the next level.
Hey, he's not the biggest or most athletic player on the floor, but when he warms up, I mean, look out. The kid can straight up shoot the ball. If he can bulk up and add some strength, he could be a factor in college.
And so he hits them both.
Everything Stauffer does on the floor is thought out. He's so calculated, and his teammates appreciate it.
Now Junior, right side. Dillard. Guarded by Wells. Back to Dillard. And the three off target.
Didn't convert this time, but that's exactly the kind of look that they want.
And they'll take that shot each and every time you give it to them. More often than not, that's a made three.
Now Wells. He's got 5. The Wolfpack again can't hit it. And with the high school season now in the rearview mirror, for many of these players, they are solely focused on club play.
And winning on the club circuit is their only goal as of now. I'd expect that to mean the games are going to be a little bit more chippy because of that.
Here's Wells. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. Guarded by Wells. Zadirko gets the bucket.
Oh, and Zadirko showed a nice touch around the basket.
The Wolfpack with the ball. It's a 9-point game. Kicks it to Johnson. Wide open look. It's the front of the rim and out. Out to the right wing. Sends it home from three-point land. MP has been something else this first half, well on its way to a huge game. They just can't get anything going offensively.
And you can see the frustration mounting. They just don't know who to turn to for points.
Drops it in from long range.
And hey, whatever works. He found himself in a good position to score, and he does just that.
Pass to Luan, to the paint, and he slams it down. Scoop to the hoop and in. And with a showcase game like this in tonight's rosters, you can expect a lot of college scouts in the stands.
The importance of this game, setting the narrative of each player's potential. Opinions are forming about these players, and each minute could be another pro or con in each scout's report.
Substitution for...
And so here it's the Wolfpack. They trail by 11, so it's both teams making a change here. And the Dynasty call time here.
Timeout on the court.
The Wolfpack with the ball. And Patrick Wells outside. And it's Fisher with the rebound.
I'm just not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep. It just is not working for him.
Another three for the Dynasty. It's very easy to see why MP is so high on the scouts list with how he's scoring tonight.
And for Eric Dillard, he's a standout at the high school. Level in the area, but most scouts have him as a middling recruit.
He can just disappear from games too often, though. Great shot, but too many easy mistakes that he has yet to fix. Now here's Dillard. And the Dynasty, another three. And you love how MP has been able to put up the points with all the scouts watching. Pass over to Robinson. On the mark with the 15-footer that time.
You know, it's so nice. Nice to see Wells move the ball like this. This is important to his overall development.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And Fisher. Fires from deep. And Robinson pulls it down. Now Wells. He's got 5. A three-pointer off the mark. Hits the trifecta.
When I talked to Wolfpack shooting guard Deshaun Carter pregame, he had a tablet with some personal scouting notes, animated plays, and video highlights.
Yeah, Danny, I was looking at his tablet, and he even had a My NBA franchise with creative players to represent each team. That level of dedicated planning makes him a database of information on these teams.
Pure from three-point range. What a game for MP. He is showing out with a 30-point evening. It would take a major comeback for them to get back into this game.
And the chances of that happening are pretty slim.
Pass over to Robinson. Yes! And it's Patrick Wells picking up the assist.
Each team showing just how dangerous they are from deep.
So it's basically, if you make one on me, I'm coming for revenge with one of my own.
Now here's Carter. Looking for his first basket, still in this one. Wells, no good.
Throughout this period, he's really had a hard time scoring.
And sometimes you're not feeling it, but it could be an opportunity to maybe create something for someone else.
And right now, he is flat out feeling it from beyond the arc.
No gloves, just the hot hand, and they'd be smart to keep riding that.
Outside, it's Johnson. Now 5 seconds separate the shot clock and the game clock. Out to Wells. Launches a 3. Yes, it's good.
You know, he's not always the most selfless player, but Wells knew he had to move the ball there.
There's the triple. It's not going to fall for him. And so we wrap up the first half. The Dynasty on top, leading by 14. And more basketball to come after this short break. The teams have had their break. The Wolfpack and Dynasty getting ready to kick things off here in the second half of play. And in club play this season, the Wolfpack enter tonight at 7-4, while the Dynasty are a perfect 11-0.
And I'd say we could throw out the record books, Joe. Whoosh! I threw mine right across the table. Sorry, Drake. Because of the history of these regional rivals is so complex. Both teams thrive on denying the other the chance to win in big games like this one.
An offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback.
And as they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to get the boards from here on out?
It wouldn't be a bad idea. They can use all the second chance points they can get.
I don't care how far he is from the bucket. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from long range.
Knocks down the long J.
Saying right back at you. Patrick Wells is always game for a back and forth shooting battle.
Try to come back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the inside. Robinson's shot is off.
You look at this Wolfpack roster, a lot of players who will play college ball, but Patrick Wells could be the barometer.
And they are ecstatic to have him with the team. Add some much-needed shooting. They're hoping he can change the fate of their season. Now here's James. Outside Stauffer. Robinson. Andrew Robinson with the slam.
He might be small for a center, but it doesn't matter because he can jump out of the building.
Back to Fisher. Pass to Luan. On the wing, Michael Luan. Brett Hotkins from outside. Gets it to go from long range.
The Dynasty love when Hawkins fires from the corner. He's big enough to shoot over nearly every club league defender, just like he did right there.
Now a timeout called by the Wolfpack. Wells outside. Misses the 3. And for Zach Timmerman of the Wolfpack, he moved here from Iowa not too long ago.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of him, and I know the Wolfpack would have liked to see more of him. Unfortunately, he's been plagued by back problems, which can't be fun. You wonder how long he'll be able to keep playing for.
Now here's Stauffer. It's Drew Robinson at the high post. Wells, shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. And once again off the mark by the Wolfpack. From outside the arc. Rebounded by the Wolfpack.
Ugh, cold in here. Frigid from 3. I don't know what's worse, that he can't hit anything or that he keeps trying.
Pass over to Robinson. Kicks it out to Wells. Wells. Nice persistence to put it back up and in.
Well, the big name in the showcase has to be MP. He's a 5-star recruit and has a clear path to the NBA with his skill set and athleticism.
And scouts want to see him take over the game. They want to see him be athletic. They want to see his instinct and moves on the floor. Because sometimes he can defer it a bit too much.
Here's the Dynasty. To the middle. Here's Hawkins. And the layup's good off the glass.
Great passing by the offense. Coaches love to see that kind of unselfish play.
You compare how this game has gone between MP and Wells, and so far it's been all MP.
MP has left no doubt that he's ready for the next level. He's a man amongst boys right now, and the NBA is going to be in his future.
Now here's Luan. 17-footer on the way. And the shot no good. A bit short that time. Outside, Timmerman. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle with a lot of contact there. It's going to go on Michael Luan.
Timmerman's no big guy, but he's certainly playing bigger than his height, battling down low.
And we're here in the gym of the Plainview Panthers. It's a familiar floor to some players in our game today because they go to high school here.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Having home court advantage is everything in a contentious game like this. A little extra bit of comfort might make a difference. You can't count anything out in such a heated affair. You know, it's good to see Timmerman back on the floor after missing some time with the back injury. They missed his stretch 4 contributions.
And he can't hit the second one. The Dynasty with the lead. Cobb down low. Defended by Stauffer. Here's Junior. Soft touch off the glass and in. And so here it's the Wolfpack. Outside Stauffer. And then Michael Stauffer with the dunk.
Well, aboard! 5 p.m. Stauffer train to Scoresville rolling through. So much momentum.
Pass to Cobb. Down low. Here's Luan. Second chance shot. Misses from short range. To the paint.
Substitution for the Dynasty. Substitution for the Wolfpack.